So, Andy, the 2026-27 budget submission highlights a slowing in the reduction in carbon emissions from 2020 to 21, with a substantial improvement in 26-27. What's driving the slower progress and what's driving the improvement?
So I'll give a brief overview, and obviously we can write with more details. I mean, I'm proud of the fact we have the climate budget, and I think it's a great initiative. This is a number of years we've been doing it for. We've got a number of areas that we continue to focus on. Obviously, the biggest single benefit will be continuing to roll out zero-emission buses across the bus network. We're now over 2,600 of them, largest zero-emission bus fleet in Europe, and bigger than any other single bus fleet in the UK. We also this year have entered into our first commercial power purchase agreement. Fantastic work by Rachel and her team and Lily Matson and her team. That will come online over the course of the business plan, and we're looking to see what further opportunities we've got going forward. We're also out to market, I think, hopefully concluding soon, around a solar private wire initiative as well, which would deliver significant benefits. The areas where potentially it's slowing down a bit is around decarbonisation of our own buildings, where that is proving more challenging, albeit we have just completed the work at Therapia Lane, which is the Croydon tram depot, the first depot to be fully decarbonised, which is a fantastic piece of work. And we're continuing to roll out LED lighting across our estate. And then the other element of it is around climate adaptation, continuing to focus on rollout of sustainable urban drainage, how we continue to work with other parties such as Thames Water, PLA, the Environment Agency, around climate adaptation. So there's sort of the overview, and continuing to look at where there's opportunities for third-party financing for environmental initiatives as well. If we can find the right schemes and the right opportunities, and it doesn't encumber us from a debt perspective, then we'll maximise every opportunity there as well.
Okay, so yes, saw the press release came out this morning for the Therapia Lane project, and it looks really impressive. Yes, just wondering that you used to report scope 1 and 2 emissions, and you were going to be moving towards giving us the scope 3 emissions sort of across all parts of the GLA budget. Is that reporting not happening, and are you and could that be a contribution to the slowing?
So certainly the narrative in the budget commentary is still broken around those kind of thematic approaches, but you'll know that the tables that we're required to complete now work in a slightly different structure. Let us take that away, Assemblymember Russell, and see whether we can continue to show the CO2 reduction and the pound notes in the way we used to report it. I do recall what you're talking about. Yeah, no, it was a helpful way of visualising what was happening. So Andy mentioned the power purchase agreements, private wire. Rachel, can you give us an update on the latest position on TfL's procurement of renewable energy through power purchase agreements? Yes, so committee members will recall that our first PPA actually took us rather longer to award than we had originally intended. Part of that was timing, because we first were out to market just around the time of the Ukraine war, etc., which is clearly really unhelpful with volatile energy prices. But we also had things to learn about how to engage with the market. We are taking a paper to our next finance committee with the lessons that we think we have learned from that PPA procurement. We will be going out to market again for more significant, a higher proportion of our energy requirements, probably in a range of PPAs procured in parallel. So that will start next year. In terms of finances, broadly, what we buy through these contracts
replaces what we were buying anyway, so there's no significant either investment or OPEX. Solar private wire is really exciting. Because under the private bit of that, you bypass the grid, there's actually a significant potential reduction in the amount that we pay. It's also clearly, from an environmental standpoint, if we can get those solar facilities working very close to the place where we consume them on the railway, that would be really, really good and secure. So cost-effective and secure and green. So we are in the final stages of evaluating tenders. We expect to make a recommendation very soon. So we're looking at January, February, being able to communicate the outcome of the solar private wire initiative.
Great. And I've seen that you're also planning to move with PPA Nimbus to explore a virtual power purchase agreement for energy. So what benefits would a virtual PPA give TfL in trying to secure that more renewable power generation? And are there any issues of note in trying to secure more renewable power in the current market?
Actually, we feel that we have learned, but also that the market has matured as well. So we're just looking at all of the different potential ways of exploiting it. One of the things that was good about the PPA we did award was that the planning permission was already in place for the new solar farm that is going to supply it. So we're looking not only just at the price, but how quickly, and the virtual PPA concept might enable us to go a bit more quickly, if that's helpful.
Thank you. And then just picking up on Andy was talking about sort of maximising third-party funding. Would that potentially come from the Mayor's Green Finance Fund, or is that other kind of funding?
So it's both. So we've accessed the Mayor's Green Finance Fund for 4 projects. We've also been awarded 2 grants from the Public Sector Decarbonisation Scheme. That is a partial contribution to cost, but nevertheless very welcome. And again, it enables us to go more quickly. So one of those grants we're using to reduce emissions at 6 of the sites, and then the other is on at depots. Mm-hmm. So they're supporting our existing plans. But yes, if there is a fund to be found, we will make an application to it.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, Chair.